how do you scope a tray ceiling? What is a tray ceiling in the first place? Well, a tray ceiling is different elevations involved with the ceiling. That means, like, for example, if you go to like restaurants or something of that nature, they have two different elevations on ceilings. So basically, what you're going to do is how to scope that in is actually really easy in Simsol, is because you treat it, it's almost like a vaulted ceiling. Okay, so as I come up here and let's say I've got a bedroom number 2, I'm going to put a length of, let's say, a 20 by 20 in. Make it nice and simple. Then once I get, that'll be the outer shell. That'll be your first height. So your first height is going to be 8 feet. Okay. Now maybe somewhere in the center, you might have a different elevation, and that's going to go up. So what we do is that's going to be called a tray ceiling. So if you take a look at our area component entry screen, we come up and then see the tray ceiling, select it, and it gives you the length, the width, the height. So what I can do here is I can check on length is, let's say that we have a 4-foot length. Our width is also, let's say that we have a 6-foot. And then the height. Now remember that the height is going to be at where the tray ceiling starts. Okay, so that's going to be above the 8. So it's going to start at 8 and then go up to the second, whatever the highest point of that tray is. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to select, let's say, a 2-foot tray. So as I put that in there, I have the insignia of tray on here. So when I come up and I scope it, it's going to take the missing opening up for the tray, that opening area, and then apply it to the second level of the ceiling. So if I come over here and go to ceiling drywall items, I can then come up and then hit 1 and 2, and thus giving us the right calculation for the main outer shell of the main outer shell of the room, which is the dimension of, let me give it to you right here. 20 by 20, and then along, that's going to give me the outer dimension, then a cutout, and then we're going to add this ceiling for a 4 by 6 with the height of 2 foot. So that's how that works. It's actually really easy to do, and we have that in there. We'll also have a other type of ceiling here that we can do, and I'm going to come up and then select it and click Edit. And we can do not just a tray ceiling, we can actually add a dome ceiling. Okay, so if you have a dome, you can select it. And then from that, as you can see by the diagram, it's going to be the distance done by height. So let's say that my the diameter is, let's say, 5 foot. Okay, that's the edge of a circle, and then the height is how high it's going to be. Let's say that it is at 2 foot, and then as I do that, the computer will automatically calculate your dome ceiling for you. This is good for skylights. So if you have to put that in, skylights are in there. Some of them are different odd shapes, and one might be a dome ceiling. Okay. All right. You can always do different, if you have to make certain dimensional changes. I would like to show you the custom item up here. So for example, I can do an addition or subtraction of either the floor, the wall, or the ceiling square foot if necessary, or I can do a lower perimeter dimension. So, for example, if I needed to put some ceiling, I had to take that away. I could take minus 10 square foot out of it from my major calculation, and it would be there. So that's how you can handle weird stuff by using the custom item. So you can either go plus or minus floor, wall, or ceiling, or do the lower perimeter and upper perimeter.